Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Dark Remembrance, where the last time that we played this game, I got into a massive bit of rage. Hey, Robert's gone back to Dragon Quest. I now need to get back to Dragon Quest even more. But we're not here to talk about that. No! I got frustrated because the entirety of the live stream crashed. And then I got confused on a cat puzzle. Let's go! Yeah, so we did all three of the small puzzles for the crane the last time. So let's go in and get spooked. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the description I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh. Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It's said that the cranes can grant a wish. What is it that you wish for? I went for spooky old lady when I needed to go for a creepy, middle-aged man. I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him, the collector? Collector, Crow, two of many names given to me over the years. But we have no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Hey, Beardy. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito, or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes, what is it, I wonder? That's it, you're like me. Something's different. Yes, what is it, I wonder? That's it, you're like me. After a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not as solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend. They break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered. Reina, was that your fault? Okay, I've got a hunch that one of these answers is more correct than the others. And one is going to be more affecting my spin. I'm going to say I never meant to. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. Okay, I might have been wrong. No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your control. When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I don't know, sometimes I feel like they're being made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that you caused all of your suffering, and your joy is of your own doing, or someone else's? Well, Beardy, I wish you luck. If I had a WDF deck ready to go, I might consider. Then again, I don't really do team format things, so I don't have time for this. Of course. Our conversation is tilted toward the philosophical. But you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it that you want? Truly. Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me, too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor, after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine. What do you want to know? On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewers using a man. Why him? A witness saw him. I think a witness saw him? A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this, some sort of psych test? I came here for answers, enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, it seems you've already got enough. Blackmail. How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I have no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding. Much like you. Except the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show so little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. You claim to be no puppet, but yet you did it again. You shot her. Though perhaps it felt like the first time. You were confused, no doubt. That was... to save Tanaka, because I hated her, because I had to control her, because I was scared. Truthfully, because I was scared. I, the player, was scared of what was happening. The girl whom I thought was dead was standing over the man I loved with a knife. She scared me. I didn't know what else to do. The girl whom I thought was dead was standing over the man I loved with a knife. She scared me. I didn't know what else to do. I hoped that if I shot her, she'd go away, and everything would go back to normal. I was wrong. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills twice. Is that enough to make a difference? Do they help? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... what is it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. I need to ask about the mask. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Reina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It might be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though, as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have a history with that mask. The Kawanas? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. What are you? A dressmaker? A cap breeder? A blackmailer? It seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone can know what you do. It's impossible, so what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I have been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... how did you put it? Ah, yes. To clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. Where's Tanaka? Is he alive? In the dark. Whether he lives... that is more difficult. The dark? That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays a great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabuchiyoko, at a talent agency they called Omega. I know it well enough. I actually don't know how to pronounce that name. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape, and goes where it pleases. And it's the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way. Or it could tear you apart. Like it almost has already. The mask and the dark are inexorably, I can't word, linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you if you don't understand it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia. An unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me. Especially ones as unique as yourself. You're a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to be partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Jesus. Okay. I suppose... The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it might have suffocated me. During the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and I listened to the people on the street. Give me a moment, I'm going to turn that volume down. I did not anticipate it to actually be that loud. I don't know what happened. Excuse me. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right and I was a puppet after all. At the moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed down to two, and I had no choice but to march forward towards the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind me, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark, and that much had been all but confirmed. And now I had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or head back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. Are we leaning on the fourth wall? You know, it wouldn't surprise me if we full-blown are leaning on the fourth wall here. And you know what? That's kind of cool. So what I want to know is, eventually, can I come back to Akihabara and hang out at the Cat Cafe and the Cat Maid Cafe to de-stress more in the future? Because that would be cool if I could do that. But I don't know if I can. Okay, so we have two locations we can probably visit, only one of them today. In terms of, like, the in-game day? You know, we're already hovering over Kamakura. Why not? You know, we're already hovering over Kamakura. Why not go there? I came here to find out about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. Gee, I wonder what that could be! I actually have no idea. I'm being facetious. 6 months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I've thought of coming... 6 months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I've thought of coming here to apologize to my Kawana countless times, but I couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear and the hurt in her eyes. I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day and about how I lost control. Hopefully she can find it in herself to forgive me and enough to help me with my investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall, so why are the cherry blossoms blooming? It's like nothing's changed since that day. Oh, okay, why did he have to point that out? I'm pretty sure it's easy asset programming from a gameplay development standpoint, but it's still creepy as hell in the narrative sense. I am making sense, aren't I? No. Let's enter the station. Oh, it's, you. I was reading the papers and, I saw your picture. And then I saw the picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. Oh, boy. I also don't remember what voice I gave this guy previously. That's my problem in my Let's Poorly Voice Act series. Kind of. I guess. Kind of. I guess. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remembered meeting you and I couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course, it's not a good or anything, but, you know, I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course, it's not a good or anything, but, you know, you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on there, like, wow! Pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. Hello again. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall, so why are there cherry blossoms out? It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Preniaturilla autonomous, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least, that's what it says online. Who'd have thought we'd have, well, I'd say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? The cherry blossom tree that blooms in the fall? I've never seen it. They only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? The cherry blossom tree that blooms in the fall? I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? Seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the season's straight. Impossible. Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly feels that way. You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. Oh, no. The reason why is because my friend Robert just made it to Cobblestone. The return to Cobblestone in Dragon Quest XI. The possums are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? Mai's grandmother. Is Mai's grandmother still at that house near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Yeah, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I just heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake? Do you remember anything like that? I'll be honest. Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff. So does that mean the police have it? Do you know when they'll return it? You'll have to ask HQ about that kind of thing. Sorry. I did contact them several times. They said they didn't know anything about it. They said that they didn't have it. You don't think that they're lying, do you, Detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that. Something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. They wouldn't lie about something like that. Something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yeah, that must be it, huh? I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. Let's ask where's Mai? I'm looking for Mai Kawana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best if you leave her alone. It's important I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street, like usual. It's important I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street, like usual. Mai's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Alright. Exit the station. Go away! No visitors! I am intentionally being unhelpful to my friend who is currently playing Dragon Quest for the lulz. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was my Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of a shrine maiden. She saw me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was me she was terrified of. We're the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence watching from the shadows. Fuck this game! this game! No, I won't do it. Yeah, this entire sequence does not make me feel happy. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. I want to choose a voice. But again, all of my female voices sound similar, and I can't help it. Well, not all of them. Again, all of my female voices sound similar, and I can't help it. Well, not all of them. A majority of them. You, the detective from before, why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologize? Now? I haven't heard from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. I guess that makes me the last person you'd want to see now. After that day, I'm sure the police came by and told you that I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel like myself when I lost control, putting you at risk. It sounds dubious to say I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. But that's the truth. The truth? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. But that's the truth. The truth? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I ever wanted everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name's Eaton. It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine that something like that day in April really happened, in a place so peaceful. Day in April really happened, in a place so peaceful. This game is emotionally heavy, and I think I love it. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask, and the redheaded girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry to listen to me rambling away. I bet you don't care about any of that. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all of this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? with all of this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. Sorry, Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling that he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me how my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor of Kendo Jojo in Asakusa in Tokyo. I heard he's a big shot in the Kendo world. Sounds like there'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mai. Whew. Part of me wants to know what would have happened if I actually acted on the countdown timer. Okay. Let's get info on Asakusa. Asakusa, the home of Sensoji. Asakusa. Asakusa, the home of Sensoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high-rises. Kabuchicho. I believe that's how I was supposed to pronounce it. Excuse me. Alright, where should I go next? Wait, is it locking me into Asakusa? It is locking me into Asakusa. I can't go into anywhere else. Well, delightful. My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawano would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could result in the officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. Oh boy. Inside is a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Buy octopus balls! Hello there, would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at food stands at festivals. They will make you question everything you knew about octopus ball in ball form. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. Wow, you're right. This may be the best takoyaki I've ever had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. The best takoyaki I've ever had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. I'll take that stat change. A -10 to neurosis, a +10 to sanity, and a -1 to professionalism. I somehow found a cat. So I currently have -2 to professionalism, but I'm still professional. Hey, my neurosis is relaxed now. That's awesome. Still at -33, but still. I need to figure out a way to increase my professionalism again. Tourists, most likely I can hear them speaking English. My English isn't great, so I doubt they'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there, is there something we can help you with? I don't speak English. Wait. Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. Since I'm a college professor, I'd probably be out of a job if it wasn't. I'm no college professor, but I work for a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Don't look at me. I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo. In the suburbs. Well, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, just I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? You know what? Hang on a minute. I need to do a thing because it's funny. I need to do a thing because it's funny. I'm taking a photo. I'm taking a photo of my current screen, and I'm sending it to Robert because it's funny. The lighting is absolutely... There we go. The lighting corrected itself. I had to do it. Just to troll. No, please, Japanese is fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy. I guess I didn't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No, we came to Asakusa every year. And the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Doubt not tradition, Tony. Merely my legs are a little cold, though. We're gonna ask about the dojo. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo where Takeshi Kawana works. Should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh, right, he's the kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly he's very particular about who he trains. I guess he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few go in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish my work had martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a goat smack to the jawline. Hey, Brock, how you doing?
Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have use for force all that much, though.
Yeah, anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo? I mean, I live in Shinagawa and I don't know anything specific about it. You see, it says all right there on the dojo's flyer. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came by, handed him out. Kind of seemed a little prickly, though, so we didn't talk to him.
I'll admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known all of that off the top of our heads. But we're glad we were able to help you regardless.
Makes me feel a little silly now trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trains so many police, I'm surprised I've never heard of him until now.
Are you associated with the police somehow?
Who, me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like a private detective? Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just,
Sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right?
Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid much attention to it. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly to the mask, has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawada sounds like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. I don't get any bonus points in investigation for that. I feel cheated. Not really, but still. I'm going to complain whenever I want to complain. What the? Who are you? Damn it, there goes my professionalism even more. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Expecting you to believe that. A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really, you think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be her friend. No doubt get something from me. Don't look so shocked. You're little... Now you're lying about it, pretending to be her friend. No doubt get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read, that's all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard my crying all over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here, before I or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Damn it! I want to reset, but I'm going to live with my decision. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. And I am once again locked into going to Kamakura. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep, you found my big brother, all right. He's been protective of me ever since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. If my own brother is keeping me in the dark, I'm sick of it. Why my family has been acting so strangely. If my own brother is keeping me in the dark, I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way, but if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask, and everything else. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and aware than happy and ignorant. I get it. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai.
Hop, 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 hop.
The dead girl lies in the middle of the street. The small body is in a bad state of decay. It's covered in dry blood. The maggots have begun eating its remains.
Well, I'm sorry for reading that out loud. I said no, it's reading out loud.
Grandma, it's me. Please open the door.
Mai? Oh, Mai, it's you. Please come in. Yeah, come in. Wait, I see her here.
It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help.
Help? Ha, don't make me laugh. You're about to help me, remember? I felt something, and you were going to free me from the path.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask?
I need to get... You were going to free me from the path.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask?
I need to get... You're discussing a horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it. Like needles in my skin, dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too? I'm so old and I have wasted so much time, and yet the pain won't go away.
My poor Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her. Emiko? You mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born.
Yes, of course, you shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it wasn't for this one, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong.
Of course, you shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it wasn't for this one, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi, and if you don't tell me the truth, he will.
Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the path will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I can to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know. Your mother. And you, detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen. What you think you are able to do. Too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen. What you think you are able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough.
You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family.
Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami?
I personally do. Grandma, this again? I'm sure he doesn't not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going.
Stay right there. Though I've told you this story many times, you don't seem to grasp it. I think it will be useful for this one to hear it. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as the Kami. According to legend, it was drops of the ocean water. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as the Kami. According to legend, it was drops of the ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created to the realm of mortals. He descended to our lands, they brought their love, devotion with them, to the realm of mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world around us. To Kagutsuchi, the Kami of fire, she was horribly burned and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying, faced with her mortality, new Kami were born from her suffering, Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable in his rage. He struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep on the ground to Yomi no Kunai, the land of the dead. Distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try, and asked the gods of Yomi no Kunai for permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see her, Izanagi set his comb alight in the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see her, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kunai. Izanami enraged the dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly to flee Yomi no Kunai, Izanami enraged the dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kunai with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is a preservation of the natural order. Some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop.
Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things.
The story might be a myth, but there is a truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you pursue, they are natural, unclean. You see that? The things you pursue, they are natural, unclean. Heed my warnings and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. Heed my warnings and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Yamiko. Then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Mai! Come here. Come here, my sweet child. I must keep you away from her.
No, Grandma, I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore.
No, you can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai. You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal.
Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell stories about... You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell stories about Kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time he's going to tell me the truth about everything. about Mom and Dad, too.
No, stop. I'll tell you about your parents. How they...
You can't, can you?
No, stop. I'll tell you about your parents. How they...
You can't, can you? You've never told me how they died, and the reasons always changed every time I asked.
No, Mike, please. You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there. They haven't forgiven me. Can't you see?
They? What are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon.
Don't go, please.
I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon.
Don't go, please.
Goodbye.
While that scene...
Oh, I'm sorry, she's got much worse since you last saw her.
Yeah, that scene was fun to read. Yeah, that scene was fun to read. That was heavy as fuck.
No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi.
Where do you think you're going?
Maya and I are leaving. What of it?
Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Maya's grandmother, and she says that she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad if she's called.
Maya's an adult, and her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go.
No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. I'm about to lose my professionalism and use violence. I'm choosing to exit. Alright,
Good thing I'm wearing clothes. This would better work.
Investigation plus 10! I'm gonna lose professionalism no matter what I do, though. Oh my god. I told you about how I don't like about the blood, and blood's not really my thing, you see. The germs and... Okay, I'm dizzy. I'm a little dizzy. I'm just going to... Investigation plus 5! I don't know why I get excited whenever that happens.
Oh dear, did he just faint? Sure looks like it. He'll be fine. Let's get a move on.
Back to Asakusa we go. Bum bum bum. Hang on a moment. No change. Do I buy more octopus balls? Let's buy more octopus balls. Miss, I can see a glimmer in your eye that tells me that you have a hunger for a second order of my nationwide famous takoyaki.
Who, me? Oh, why wouldn't I? It was amazing.
Yep. The struggle is real. You think I don't sit here in the presence of my own creations?
Why wouldn't I? It was amazing.
Yep. The struggle is real. You think I don't sit here in the presence of my own creations and not want a little taste?
No, of course I do. They're delicious, but the extra time and effort means I don't have as many on hand as I have to limit myself to one or per order per customer. But I'm your only customer. Come on, just one more taste. Sorry, no can do. There's a reason I set up a quiet spot like this. Otherwise, I'd sell out in minutes. Well, let me know if you change your mind. Damn it, I wanted to buy the takoyaki! This looks like the dojo's looking for a traditional aesthetic. Okay. My, what are you doing here? Did she make you come? It's not like that, Takashi. It was my idea. I asked her to go and talk to you, but you sent her away. This woman almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely, if you needed to talk to me, you could have come yourself. No, if I came alone, you'd just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, there's something I need you to see. See what are you talking about? Where did you get that? Put it away! So you do know what it is. I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever need to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject. This isn't about Ito. My, I understand that you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, that mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when Mai was held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask she was looking for. A mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? I suppose I've been a fool to think I could keep the truth of our family's past from you. The past? Does this have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes, and so much more. I first saw that mask when I was a child before you were born. The truth is, it belonged to a cult called the Common Kai, of which our parents were members. A cult? You're kidding. How did your parents get mixed up in that? I know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself. It was a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simple life away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and careers to follow this mystic and live at a compound. Crap, hang on, I'm having an unstable connection moment. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the recording. The Common Kai was one of many such groups back then. I was a child, and I didn't understand, but when I think about how our parents were deceived and what they put me and Mai through, it's unforgivable. The mask was at the compound, but why they had it or what they believed it could do, I don't know. Do you think there are any members of the Common Kai left who know? No, you see, there are no surviving members. Oh boy. That's ominous as hell. They died. All of them, including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room where we were sleeping, and saying that we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark and I could barely see, but she kept trudging forward with Mai in her arms and me trailing behind. Once we were back in Tokyo, several days later, Grandma told me our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she expected it. The government censored much of what had happened, so I was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak about it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods were a bad dream. If it wasn't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents. But ignoring what happened couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they even cared what might happen to us. And as a high schooler, I've spent more time trying to find out about the common Kai than I did studying. Thought that if I could understand why my parents willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, I'd stop feeling so betrayed. But I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me any peace. Mom and Dad died while a part of some cult? I don't believe it. It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that in hiding it from you, I was able to hide away my feelings as well. I think that for Grandma, it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it out. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it secret. There's no way we could live normal lives with the stigma of the common Kai attached to us. I suppose we had to keep it secret. There's no way we could live normal lives with the stigma of the common Kai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. But Grandma, who made a choice to leave her only daughter behind, she always seemed to carry the guilt of it with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for Mom. When she'd come home, she would have a rotten stink on her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped off the police. They found her wandering in the sewers, holding nothing but the mask, the same one from the cult compound all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me, so I hadn't seen it all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me, so I hadn't seen it for so long, and all the unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life. That doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she... thin air. Or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left thin air. Or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her. It always made me uneasy. It had a strange aura about it. Wait. Grandma was looking for Mom in the sewers? I don't remember any of this. You were in the dorms at school at the time. Grandma's strange behavior was looking for Mom in the sewers? I don't remember any of this. You were in the dorms at school at the time. Grandma's strange behavior insisted on you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into the madness of our past. We parted ways without ever speaking of it, and she was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what exactly is it you're looking for? Surely our family's history isn't of use to you. I assume you've heard about what happened to my partner? This mask was there again when he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. If that's true, then I want to help. You're a nice person. No, Mai, you've helped plenty. But I have to do this on my own. Ito was right. I apologize for not telling you all this sooner. But you can't get involved in something so dangerous. I apologize for not telling you all this sooner. But you can't get involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I lost you the day at that shrine. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to us. I already thought I lost you the day at that shrine. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you now. Alright, thank you for finally telling me the truth, Takashi. I'll head back for now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, Mai. You're right, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. Mai's not here, so there's no need to be coy. No doubt possessing that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never would have imagined on my own. There was always an unusual air about it that I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to Mai again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is that I don't want her getting hurt. But like you said, I don't believe that mask is simply wooden paint. Though I doubt anyone else would believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On this street, there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it in on the way in? An old historian named... Yasuhisa is there occasionally. He was the only one who ever acknowledged what I said about the mask as truth. If you're looking for information on that mask, he might be the best person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him occasionally about other topics. His mind is a vault of valuable information. Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is. I hope so, but please, Detective, be careful. My investigation is now meticulous. That's awesome. Welcome. Come in, do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yasuhisa? No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yasuhisa? Takashi told me to come speak with you. Oh, and how is Mr. Kawana? Still as prickly as ever, I suppose? I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know. What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? I'm looking into a few things related to the Kamenkai the group his family got mixed up in. More difficult question than you might expect. Two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is the religious group formed by the Guru Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order, over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Common Kai, or the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. That explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, yet a mask cannot lie or contort itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. Ugh. But that itself is the essence of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Relics like that one you hold often take unusual routes to where they end up. I am starting to feel that fade out feeling. That and, my voice is starting to get a little tired. I think we'll finish up this scene, however long it takes. Relic? If it's from the common kind that come from the 90s, then I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive though he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. Oh, historical legitimacy. Oh, you ever inhale wrong? That happened. Ugh. That hurt. He collected obscure objects. That hurt. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me some other things about it. For instance? Like, why... And now I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. Sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place. Sup, Shadow, been a while. Or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real. A strong will exerting itself on you. Oh yes, I know all about those things too. How could you know about that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though, unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomenon repeats itself. Do you look into the sky... Whoa, why did I say sky just then? Do you look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows. I see and hear people are supposed to be dead. I find things I could possibly have found otherwise. Here people are supposed to be dead. I find things I could possibly have found otherwise. Most interesting. Tell me, detective. Well, I apologize. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Detective? Well, I apologize. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Ha! My mistake. You must forgive me, miss. A slip of the tongue. Determined investigators such as yourself have such a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is that you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provided you with any level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? It's like I finally got a foothold on solid ground. Ah, yes, knowledge is a light in a dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such importance would end up with a detective. Do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives connected by fate? Pre-measured threads that determine our deeds? Our wishes and our ends from the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, is our thread subject to the chaos inherent in the universe itself? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides which threads of life are cut short and which are followed? I did not expect to get existential dread from a psychological horror game. During this part, at least. Existential dread from a psychological horror game. During this part, at least. I've always been a fate kind of person. Yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much all of that since the mask came to me. You said that the mask was made by the old common Kai. Why, confusing me can't be the purpose of what it was made for. Ah, yes, a more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. I'm not quite sure. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation. I'm not quite sure. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel I could shed a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? A book of the missing variety. I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask bearer. Mask bearer? That's me, right? Although you carry it, that does not make you its bearer. All that will become clearer when when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building, in fact. As I said, it's not much of an errand, but of course I cannot leave my shop. He's right outside this building, in fact. As I said, it's not much of an errand, but of course I cannot leave my shop. He's right outside? This won't take long. I'll be right back. This won't take long. I'll be right back. So, after that massive coughing stint that I just had, ironically enough, my throat feels better. Hey, LT shop next door. Isn't that place closed down? Closed? It can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street, on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. He might be a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time, I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something, and that he has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there, maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but, I spent a lot of time outside, and half the time the door's wide open. So, one day a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old, and there were all sorts of weird stuff lying around. So I wanted to take a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, Miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't talk about it like he's in denial or something. Well, I got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. The customer came and called an ambulance if it wasn't for him. I'm not sure he'd still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital. Wanted to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was still someone out there trying to do something nice for him, I think it helped. Wanted to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was still someone out there trying to do something nice for him, I think it helped. For a minute, anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's confused, but he's my little brother, and I worry about him. He hasn't been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he has to do is sign some papers and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we would make a killing. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we would make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passerbys and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are really doing well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku, at any rate. I knew it! As we were talking, I was thinking to myself, this sounds like the sad sack bartender in Shinjuku that helped us out once. And I was right. Should have said something. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Hey, I know you looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right? You know him? Small world! It was probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him takoyaki stands are still the future of the cuisine and to get his butt over here. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Holy potatoes! I mean, I half saw that coming. We're gonna leave Asakusa. We're gonna go to Shinjuku. And the mask has saved our progress. So, with all that happening, I think that's going to be a place we're going to leave off for this session. I know I'm technically calling it a little early tonight compared to where I normally would stop from when I started streaming, but we've been going for almost an hour and a half, and even though that coughing fit did make my throat feel better for whatever reason, I'm probably gonna regret it in the morning, so I'm gonna pop off now so I can rest up. And I'll see everyone next time with more Tokyo Dark Remembrance. Until then.